This girl fell for a free lip filler offer, and her face doubled in size and it hurt like hell. So I thought this would be pretty interesting because not everything that is free or cheap is good. So let's check this out. A woman who went viral on TikTok and horrified viewers with the results of her free but painful botched lip filler procedure is warning others to beware of free online offers and instead seek out medical professionals. Now, here's one thing. If you're someone with some sort of social media following, I mean, like literally some, like it could be like 1,000 followers, 5,000 followers, 10,000 or more, you could reach out to a local dentist, lawyer, whatever business establishment and ask whether or not you could get like a discount or potentially a free service if you were to, promote them, right? Because it might just help boost their potential customer base just in a local area, right? So if you're kind of like big in a local area, you could drive potentially thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars to that local business to where it would actually make it worthwhile for them to offer you a free service or a discounted service. So Jessica Burko, 28, was excited when she won an Instagram giveaway for free fillers, but that feeling didn't last long. Burkle had received fillers before, but hadn't had the cosmetic procedure done in about a year before heading in for her free touch-up. But instead of getting a juicy pout, the woman was left with painful lips that swelled to twice their normal size. Now, also to me, I'm not too familiar with plastic surgery, but I don't really know the purpose of lip filler. I guess maybe to make it like thicker because you're filling something inside the lip. I don't know. I'm not familiar with this sort of stuff. But I wonder how much the typical cost for a lip filler is. Hold on. Let's see. Average cost of a lip filler, United States. Let's see. So, based off this search, the average cost of a full syringe of lip filler in the United States ranges from $500 to $1,000 depending on the type of filler and the amount you used. So, yeah, to me personally, as a dude, I don't understand why someone would want to spend this type of money to do a lip filler. Now, I can understand why someone would be pretty happy if they got something for free that normally would cost like $500 to $1,000. But yeah, whew, that's horrible. So the brunette beauty turned to TikTok where she posted the before and after shots that horrified viewers. I went to go get my lips done yesterday and something bad happened, she said in a TikTok video. The shot showed her at the clinic with numbing cream on her lips before cutting away to show her lips dramatically swollen to practically double their size. So I guess this is the numbing cream, although it doesn't really look like numbing cream. Let's see. Little did I know what was about to happen. Yeesh. Yeesh. Yeah, that got big. I honestly don't know what went wrong. I had my lips done multiple times, Burko said. This doctor was doing a giveaway. He did everything he was supposed to do. Immediately after he injected me, I looked in the mirror and realized how swollen I was. She explained that by the time she walked to her car, she realized that her lips were not normal and returned to the doctor who prescribed her a steroid cream, but it unfortunately didn't work. It hurt like hell, which was weird because I know it shouldn't, she told Need to Know That UK. My skin went extremely red practically immediately after. I knew that definitely wasn't normal. When I got home, the lips were the size in the video. My face started to swell up and drop. So here's the thing. Like, maybe she had like an infection because of this or something. Dear Lord, that looks like two like slugs like trying to hug. Like it's horrible. So in the video, Burko showed a side angle of her face revealing how swollen it had gotten. She followed up to explain that she later went to a different beauty studio to have them dissolved. After dissolving, my lips went down fast and my face was sagging, but after a full week I was back to normal, she said. Even after her botched procedure, Burko wasn't turned off from the procedure forever. Once her fillers dissolved, she went back to her original injector to have her lips done right. So maybe the filler was bad. Maybe the person who was doing it was just bad at their job. I don't know. Like that seems kind of crazy to me. But yeah, here's the thing. I understand why someone would want to do this if they already do it and they already know the cost of this and they're like, "Hey, whatever, I won this, save like 500 bucks to $1,000 bucks." But again, this should really be used as like a warning that just because you get something for free doesn't mean it's going to be a good product. Like keep that in mind, right? Let's see. What I would tell anyone is please do research. If you found someone you love and does an amazing job, stick with them, she advised. If you plan to go to anyone else, make sure you ask questions and be 100% sure that they can do what you ask or know how to do the work you want. She warns people who are interested in a little plump up not to just jump in because it sounds good or there is a deal going on. Do your research and stick to who you know. Or at the very least, like this is why sometimes being like loyal to like a place, like why people are loyal to a place is like pretty common. So for example, there are so many people who go to one hairdresser for decades, like literally decades. Like they will literally not go to a different person, period, unless that person like passes away because they trust that person, they like the product that they offer, like how they do the haircut, and they are able to go there all the time and they're like they feel comfortable with it because they are able to know the result, right? Like they're able to expect the result inside their mind. Whereas doing all these sort of things to maybe get a deal and all that kind of stuff, right? Like you leave yourself to a lot of variables, right? Like for example, instead of like a lip filler thing, let's say you go like let's say that normally your haircut at your specific hairdresser costs you like 30 bucks or 20 bucks. But you're like, "Oh, well, but I mean this one place is offering you like a $5 haircut now." Right? So you just go there. You're like, "Oh, I mean it's $5, who cares? It's a pretty nice savings." You go there and then they just cut all of your hair, right? Or they like leave a massive bald spot. So again, sometimes just because something is cheaper than another thing, even though it's technically the same product, doesn't mean that it's actually the same quality. So just think about that. Let's see. This person says, advice from a straight man. Ladies, you 1000% look better without any fillers, no matter who you are. Trust me on this. The thing is, I think a lot, personally, in my opinion, I think a lot of ladies who get these sort of lip fillers aren't doing it for male approval, but they're doing it for themselves or basically because they feel bad because they see some sort of social media influencer girl who probably looks like 10 out of 10 where her lips are like I guess looking perfect or something and they go and get lip fillers to try to look sort of like that influencer, which is why there's so many of those people who like screwed up their faces from doing that weird lip like getting bigger challenge thing that one of the Kardashians or whatever did years and years ago. Like people just want to look like they're like famous people. A lot of ladies do. So, I don't know. Pretty bad. Looks like something at the aquarium you see stuck to the inside of the glass. The price of vanity. Let's see, I work on med equipment. Plastic surgeons in these injection places are everywhere. A lot of them are so filthy, I guess wouldn't bring my dogs there. Ladies, growing old is a part of life. Grow old gracefully. 99% of you with plastic surgery look foolish. My biggest issue with plastic surgery is that you're spending all this money to change your appearance, but you're still stuck inside your body, right? Like you might be able to change how you look, but do you necessarily change how you feel about yourself? Maybe not. Now, I did mention about the one guy who spent like $81,000 to lengthen his limbs, so he went from like 5'4" or something to like 6 foot, like a pretty massive jump, or 5'5" to like 6 foot, I think it actually was. But apparently, that person felt amazing after that, right? Their viewpoint, like their view on themselves, was a much higher place. So for them, it worked out. But like typically with like plastic surgery type of stuff, like visual surgeries, cosmetic surgeries, a lot of people tend to get more and more and more because they are just never satisfied with where they're at. They're never content, which is a sad thing because you get into a situation where you're spending potentially hundreds of thousands of dollars out of pocket, because again, this is like cosmetic, out of pocket for these surgeries, and you never feel right. So it's like, to me, I just see this as like just tossing money away because it doesn't really solve the problem. Beware of free offers. Geez, the lengths people go for beauty, and it's not even remotely attractive to inflate your lips. Again, I think they ladies mainly do this for themselves, but I guess there are some guys that are into this as well. Be happy with who you are, karma babe. See, yeah, that's the thing. That's my viewpoint on this stuff, like this sort of stuff. Like, just be like, at the very least, content in your own body, you know? Yipe. Looks like an allergy to the filler. That's my thought. Watch out. Flat bottom girls, big boobs, tattoos. Trends come and go. Embrace you. Everyone is beautiful to someone. Be your best you and only deal with those who love you. Interesting. Is it just me or does this woman look like she could suck start a tractor trailer? What? Hmm. Interesting. Feel free to give your thoughts on this. I just thought that this was interesting because it kind of hit like a lot of factors: plastic surgery, spending money, saving money, all that sort of stuff. If you want to learn how to get out of debt, go to 40inbox.com. Stay tuned for more financial commentary, financial news commentary, and feel free to give your thoughts if you stumble upon this. Would you do free lip filler or like free surgeries just because they're free? Because to me, I don't know. I wouldn't do this.